I'm tired of the other women. I'm tired of him using me. For 2 months, I didn't even hear from you. Where were you?
I'm overwhelmed, man. I love you.
Fooled me once, shame on you. Fooled me twice, shame on me. He fooled you about 50 times.
We are a financial disaster because of him.
Divorce doesn't exist where I'm from.
Neither one of you is wrong for having your opinions, but it just makes you wrong for each other. There's been a huge breach of trust, according to you.
She was on the fast with the pastor. She sent her pictures with a smoothie, a straw in her mouth, and a sausage McMuffin. Can I eat this, pastor? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hold on, why you gotta send pictures with it?
Here is today's case.
She has been pushing to tie the knot and start a family. He has been dragging his feet to the altar. The wedding date is set, but they have a third-party issue that needs to be resolved before they say, I do. Can this relationship be saved? That's today's case on Divorce Court.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, we have a virtual audience and it's filled with your superfans. Today's superfan of the day is David, and he's coming all the way from the Philippines.
Welcome to Divorce Court, David. We're very happy to have you with us.
Your Honor, this is the case of Henderson versus Campbell.
Thank you, Juan. Miss Dominique Henderson.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have brought Mr. Cody Campbell.
Yes, Your Honor.
To Divorce Court today. I understand the two of you have been together for 4 years. You are now engaged to be married.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you are here today to try to resolve some of your issues before you walk down the aisle.
Yes, Your
To
Honor.
see if you'll make it down the aisle.
That's true.
Now, I understand the two of you have been here before.
Yes.
Not something I like to say often, but welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank
And tell me what's going on, Miss Henderson. Why are you back in divorce court before you get married?
Yes, well, I'm back because at one point I was priority. I was number one. And now I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm number 10 on his list. He doesn't want a wedding plan with me. Everything is yes, okay. Also, we have family that's always coming by unannounced. We have his siblings moving in our house back to back, and I'm tired of that too. I want privacy.
Okay, what do you have to say about that, Mr. Campbell?
Well, first off, with marriage, that's a woman thing, you know. It's yes to everything, whatever she
What's a
want.
woman thing?
The plan of marriage, you know?
Oh, wedding planning.
Yeah, wedding
Yes.
planning, yeah. I ain't
I thought
gonna
you
pick out no
was
flowers. I'm not gonna look at the bouquet. If you want it, I get it for you, you know? So I ain't got nothing to say on that. But with my family, she already knew that my family was coming. They did overstay their welcome, but that's my brother. What I'm supposed to do about that? You
So
know?
family.
He needed a place to stay, yeah.
Well, you know what? That's something that the two of you need to resolve before you get married, what the boundaries are. First of all, congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you.
It is a lot that goes into wedding planning. A lot of people don't know before you start.
Yes.
Until you start.
Yes,
how
it is.
how many decisions you actually have to make. So what's going on?
Well, one of my coworkers brought me a book, and I was like, okay, is this the workbook? She was like, no, this is your wedding planning book. And I was like, oh, I was so excited. The whole shift, I'm just creating this book. As soon as I get home, I show him this book. He said, oh, okay. I'm like, so you don't want to look at it? No, I don't want to look at that right now. And I'm like, every time I ask you to look at this book, you never want to look at this book. Why? And he said, oh, I work all week. So when I come home, I want to relax. And I'm like, so when you come home, you don't think about me? And he was like, well, I'm not thinking about that right now. So he brushed it off.
Is it true? A lot of times she come home, I cook dinner. I cook dinner every day. I make breakfast, everything.
He cooks breakfast and dinner every day?
He cooks dinner and breakfast.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Henderson.
Yeah, I done did what I'm supposed to do. I cook everything. I don't get no hate and stuff like that. So a lot of times, yeah, she want to talk about the wedding stuff. Why would I want to just talk about what you want to talk about if the regular things is not at hand?
Now,
That's
Ms.
one problem we have, communication.
Now, Miss Henderson, you came in this courtroom saying you number 10 on the list. If he's
Yes.
making breakfast and lunch, I think you're a little higher up than that.
I don't think he's really thinking about me. He's thinking about who's gonna drop by. He's not thinking
But
about
you
cooking
eating
it
the
for me.
meals, aren't you?
Tell me about it.
Sometimes.
She
If
don't
it's
wanna
any
eat the meal.
left.
Let's give credit what credit is due, Miss Henderson.
Yeah, he's cooking. He's cooking, but
to bring
if
her
there's any
breakfast.
left.
And she be tired of whatever the case may be. I be like, babe, here go your breakfast.
Breakfast in bed.
Yeah. And she be like,
Come on
oh,
now.
you could put it on the dresser, come back 2 hours later, it's still there. But the main problem we have is communication skills. Like one time we had a cookout. Family come over, she didn't even speak to them. Instead, while the cookout's going on, she go in the car and sit in the truck. Stayed in there till everyone left. It's like, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning.
In the truck?
Yes, I came and checked on her a couple of times. She was nonchalant with me, had nothing to say, almost like she ignored me. Just
How many hours was she in the truck?
At least about 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I was upset, because why are y'all keep coming over unannounced? Like, just call, give a perhaps up. If it's something that he really wants to do, he really wants them to come over, okay, I'll find something to do while y'all have your guys. They don't ever invite us to their house. They don't invite us to come over to eat, to stay the night, to come for a cookout. Just come over, just say we're gonna cook for you, or we're just gonna watch a game, watch a movie.
And who was supposed to be at the cookout?
This wasn't even planned.
It wasn't planned.
They just stopped by. And that was supposed to be your day.
Yeah, that was supposed to be our day.
So there is a miscommunication there.
Yeah.
But that can be easily resolved. This is not a culture issue.
Yeah.
You can just say, if you want to insert some boundaries, hey, just let me know before you come over, because you know, my fiance and I, we live together now. We're planning on getting married.
And
you can be a little bit more
that to both
flexible
of them.
about that. But you said with all of the wedding planning, you're feeling some pressure. Have you turned into a bridezilla?
Yes, everyone said I have now.
So because you said that he's been missing appointments, you have these important appointments to make, and this has really seriously disappointed you.
It has. We had an appointment came up for the event planner. He wants to wait until it's time for us to get ready to go to say he doesn't want to go. And we had an appointment with this lady for, months. And I'm like, why don't you want to go? He was like, oh, I don't feel like going. I want to play the game. So the game is more important than the person that we're paying to do our whole wedding. You don't want to go to see this person? No. And I was like, well, mom and dad is going to be there. Oh, well, that's even better. They can stand with you. Really? This is our wedding. It's an important day. So when you get there, you're not going to even know anything about the wedding, just to be there.
Again, only time these is coming up is when things of she want to do. Other conversations around the house of just normal conversation, it doesn't exist. It's almost like, if you don't show me no attention, like, why would I just kiss booty, you know?
I don't know if this will rise to the level of kissing up to her, but you're saying because she's not interested in what you want to talk about, you've become disengaged with the wedding planning because that's all she's talking about?
That's all.
It's more than just the wedding. And when I talk to him, he gets frustrated about it. Like, why are you getting frustrated about it? He says, oh, let's communicate all the time. How can I communicate if every time you get upset, every time I say something?
Why don't you go to some of the wedding appointments?
I did at first, and I don't at times, just because it'll be little arguments and or just non-speaking. So we don't be on like the same page of what's going on. And then it's like, I hear about the wedding planning like a week ago. Then like the day of, oh, you forgot that the wedding planning today? We supposed to, like, dang, why you didn't tell me last night?
He texted me and said, we can't do this anymore. I want to break up. I'm calling off the engagement. By the time you even try to make it here, I'm going to be gone and packed. So I told my boss, I need to go home urgently. She said, go ahead. I got home. He's in the living room playing on the game.
It was a joke.
What's funny about that, sir?
If he have time to look at other pictures in his phone of other women, he have time to be there for me.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Oh, yeah, that's what's going on. He had
phone.
3 pictures in his phone of the same female. 2 pictures was a picture of the female. The other picture was the female, and it was a dude. You can only see his hair and his head in the back. And I'm like, who is this? Why do you have pictures of this female? He said, oh, no, that's my homeboy. And I was like, why would you have a picture of your homeboy's girlfriend and you can't even see his face?
When did you see these photos?
And I seen this probably about maybe 3 months ago.
It was recent. But I have a friend that was going out with someone. He's messing around with someone else. This female posted the pictures on social media. So me as a good friend, I screenshotted the pictures. I hit him up, hey,
but
bro,
those
do you know
pictures
this
are not him.
Going on? I didn't even know that. She sent them pictures. Thank you for putting me up on game. I never deleted the picture because I didn't think that much of it. You know, it wasn't my situation.
Okay, you're telling me that these 3 photos of this other woman had nothing to do with you.
Nothing to do with me.
But why would it be in your phone?
And you were just spreading the word.
I just had to help him out because before I thought he was still in a past relationship.
It was the same situation with one of his coworkers. He had a picture of his coworker's ex-girlfriend and a video of the girl twerking in his phone. And I said, who is this? Why is this in your phone? Oh, my coworker said that his ex-girlfriend blocked him on social media, so he can't look at it, so he asked to use my phone.
So, Mr. Campbell, you are continuing doing your charity work on behalf of your friends and
basically
looking out for them.
This happened. He was on. He used my phone himself.
Why would it still be in your phone?
Because he was blocked.
And you're helping out your friends.
Yes. She's always thinking I'm talking to other females.
Why is that?
I have no idea. Well, in the beginning of our relationship, I was working on the road and this, that, and other, and we did have a couple problems back, but that was like 2 years ago. Ever since then, I put the right foot forward, and we've been going forward.
So you think because of those earlier issues,
it stays.
It's still, you still don't have the trust in the relationship because of what happened earlier?
Yes.
And for April Fool's, for his birthday, he played a joke on me. That night before, we had already had an issue. I went to work. 4 hours passed, he didn't even text me, did you make it to work or anything. He texted me half of my shift and said, oh, we can't do this anymore. I want to break up. I'm calling off the engagement. I'm going my ways. By the time you even try to make it here, I'm going to be gone and packed. And I was like, what? Calling him, phone going straight to voicemail. So I told my boss, I said, I need to go home urgently. She said, go ahead. I got home, he's in the living room playing on the game. I said, so you really want to go? He said, oh, you didn't get my text messages? I was playing April Fool's. I was like, no, you wasn't playing. I said, because you forwarded all my calls. Was somebody here? Did the person change their mind that you wanted to go with? And he was like, no, I told you I was playing.
It was a joke. She take everything so serious.
I went in the room, got his suitcase, and I said, let's start packing your stuff for whoever you was trying to get ready for, and they changed their mind.
Well, Mr. Campbell, what's funny about that, sir?
Nothing at all.
It's funny just because she's always thinking that I'm talking to someone.
What about that would make her laugh?
Nothing at all.
Nothing but me getting back at her. Because it's just like I say so many times.
Do you think that helps your relationship? Do you think that moves your relationship forward?
I didn't think it was gonna be that serious, but because she like say, oh, you talking to this girl, you talking to this girl, call me a backstabber, cheater, all that. I don't cheat on her at all. So for me to feel type way, I'm like, oh, I got her, let me go on and get her back. But I did not think it was gonna go that far.
Mr. Campbell, you're playing with fire, sir.
Exactly.
You play with fire, you can't get upset when you get burned.
He brings his brother in our house, but it was only supposed to be for 2 weeks, and then it turned into 9 months.
I brought my brother with me.
Oh, he's here?
Yes, he's here.
I said, bro, if you and your girl need some space, I'm more than prepared to just go and move out now. But if
you were?
He's still here.
Well, the two of you are planning on getting married really soon. Is he going on the honeymoon too? If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Miss the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content.
I want us to have privacy. We finna get married. And then he brings his brother there, and he's been there for about almost 9 months, and he's a free bachelor, so I think he wants him to be a bachelor as well.
Okay. Who agreed to that?
We agreed together, so he came.
How long?
But it was
only
supposed to be for 2 weeks, and then it turned into 9 months.
He's still there?
He's still here.
Well, the two of you are planning on getting married really soon.
Really soon.
So it's going to be you, Mr. Campbell?
No, he's about to leave.
Is he going on the honeymoon too?
No, he's not. Only issue was my brother didn't have nowhere to stay. He just hadn't lost his job for working plant, and he got in a bad car accident. So at that time, he lost his car, lost his place, he lost everything. What am I supposed to do? That's my brother.
Right.
You know, that's all we have. So I did not think it would extend that long, but if he don't have nowhere to stay, were I supposed to put him out?
But it's been 9 months.
Yeah.
Has he not been able to find other employment and do something else to get himself together over the course of the 9 months?
He has been helping with bills, but he says he's looking for the right type of job that he was working on.
But you said this has been a big point of contention.
Yeah.
Why?
First of all, he's bringing strange women in the house while I'm at work at night at my part-time job. I don't want any females in the house, especially when I'm not there. I don't mind them coming pick you up, you in the yard, go to the park, hotel room, wherever you go, but don't bring them in our house. Like, that's so disrespectful.
I don't think that's too much to ask, Mr. Campbell, do you?
It's not. I didn't know what was going on until later. We was in the room the first time.
Did you talk to him about it?
Yeah, I talked to him about it.
And did he agree not to do it?
Eventually, he kept doing it for a while.
Yeah.
But it eventually ceased. But I was blind to it myself. We was in the room and heard the door open, and she wanted me to check it out. And I found out that he brought a female from the club. I brought my brother with me, Marvin Tunk. He's my older brother. He came to stay with me.
Oh, he's here?
Yes, he's here.
The roommate is here. Okay. Juan, would you please bring in Mr. Tompkins? I'd love to hear from Mr. Tompkins.
You can stand right here at the podium. All right.
Mr. Tompkins, how are you?
I'm fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, sir. I understand that you have been residing at the Campbell residence the last 9 months.
I've been up for some time. Like, when I first came, it was more of an emergency. It was a tough point at that time, and after coming and we agreed on the first couple weeks, then he gave me the first extension, like, hey, man, you know what? Me and my girl talked, you can get like 3 months. as time kept going forward, I just straight up asked him, I said, bro, if you and your girl need some space and everything, like, I'm more than prepared to just go and move out now. But if
you were?
Yes, I said if I move out now, I'd be paying somebody else $1,200 a month. But I'd rather help y'all out since y'all about to get married. But if you tell me you're ready now, I will leave now.
And what did he say?
He gave me the extension. Like, the extension was basically, we need at least a month before our marriage. And I'm like, okay, I can do that.
Okay, and so you've been paying during this time period a certain amount of money a month?
Yes, ma'am. Because I love both of them dearly, and I really like their relationship. I really do. Because even though like a lot of things they're talking about today, that's more of their problems and concerns. But they ain't talking about the sweet, happy times. You feel me? I understand this ain't the moment. This ain't the show. You feel me? So I admire their relationship.
So you believe they can make it work?
Without a doubt.
Are you going to move out on your deadline this time around?
Of course, of course, of course.
Okay, you have a plan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I thought I was going to have to serve you with an eviction notice, but you promised me today that you're going to leave and let these two be newlywed.
Yeah, they deserve it. They deserve it.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Campbell. I appreciate you for being here today, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
Let's go back up. All right, have a good evening.
I'm gonna tell you something, 2 pieces of advice people told me before I got married. They said, you don't let people in your business, and no matter how sad the story is, when you're newlyweds, don't let nobody move in your house.
Yes, Your Honor.
I heard that.
You have to learn each other as husband and wife. By nature of the fact that you are getting married is going to change who you are. And so you're going to constantly be learning this new version of you as you navigate into married life. Now, the last time you were here, it was 2 years ago. You were on the cusp then of going through a breakup because he hadn't proposed. And you were very concerned about that because you were playing a wife, but you weren't one. This is what I want the 2 of you to do for me. I think that you need premarital counseling. Yes. Okay? Because some of these things that are happening and the arguments the 2 of you are having, you don't want to go into your marriage on a shaky foundation. If you build your house on sand, when a storm comes, guess what happens? It's gonna fall. It's never gonna be able to withstand the storm because it's not built on a strong foundation.
Yes.
I want you to learn how to talk to each other, how to deal with conflict. You know how I can tell the true test of longevity in a marriage is how you handle conflict. It's easy to be nice when you like each other. Yeah. But how do you treat each other when you're getting on each other's nerves, when things aren't going great? You talk about communication, I see some of the issues. It's not a joke if it's not funny to her. He's cooking you 2 meals a day and you're saying you're number 10 on his list. Appreciate those little things. When you start appreciating the little things, you will see more of the big things manifest in your marriage and manifest in your life.
That's true.
One last thing, the wedding planning, I know you think, oh, this is her thing, this is what she wants to do. There's something really special about having your significant other show up for these decisions that you're making on your wedding day.
It is.
This is a part of her love language right now. She wants to feel that you are present in this process. And I get it, because I recently went through it. But at the same time, the things that he wants to talk about, he wants to feel that you care. It's always compromise. You're always going through peaks and valleys. The real key here, outserve each other. What can I do today to bless this relationship? Not just about you, but thinking about the other person. You understand?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I wish you well.
The best piece of advice that she did give us was we do need to communicate better and we do need premarital counseling.
I totally agree with her advice. I do agree that we do need time alone, that my brother done overstayed his welcome, and we need to seek counseling before we get married to work out our problems.
I guess maybe she was a magician because we actually start next week.
I'm super excited for the wedding. I can't wait to go with her with wedding planning for she can know I'm there with the support. And I can't wait to marry her.
I'm excited to hear that.
There we go. That look good on that camera.
Excited about the wedding?
I'm so excited, man. I can't wait. Can't wait till we get 34 more days.